Hello everyone, welcome to the Security Center practical series. In today's session, we'll study about installing and running Splunk on Kali Linux. The software resource we have, the host OS is Windows 10, the guest OS is Kali Linux, and the version of software is Oracle VirtualBox 7.0. So first of all, we'll study how to install Splunk, how to make an account and how to install, and then we'll see how to run it. So now we start the VirtualBox and then start the Kali machine. Now next step is we open up the browser and visit the Splunk website and create a account. So I'll just type Splunk. So this is the search for Splunk. So here we have this you can see the download option in the www.splunk.com. so I'll just click on this download option. So it will ask us to create an account. So here there are three options. One is the Splunk Cloud Platform. So it offers up to 5 GB of data per day for 14 days, a trial for that. And this Splunk Enterprise is 500 MB per day for 60 days, and then is universal forwarder. So we will go for this Splunk Enterprise account. So get my free trial. So first of all, we need to create an account. I have already created an account. So to create the account, we need to put the business email ID. Then we need to create a password, our first name, the last name, the job title, then phone number, company name, the country, and the postal code, and we need to agree this. And then we have to click here, create your account. After this, we will get a confirmation email. So because I have already got the confirmation ID, confirmation email. So I'll just click on that. So if you want to download, you can just fill up this information, and then we'll get a mail, and we need to click on the mail for the confirmation. So I'll just show what mail I have received. So this is the mail which I received. So if I click here, it will verify the mail, okay, and then we can continue with the download. So after you fill up the information, you'll get this mail from Splunk. Now let us log in with the information and then download the particular software. Now after getting the confirmation mail, we again visit the splunk.com and log in with the credentials. So here we have to enter the email as well as the password. I'm just entering this. So now we have successfully logged in. So this is my account. So you can just click on this to get the dashboard, the instances. So first of all, let us download this. So I just click on free Splunk. So this is the download page. So either we have this Splunk Cloud trial, which is 5 GB per day, or we can just click on this is downloading free trials and download page. We'll go to the free trial and download page. So here we have this various options. So here we'll just go for the Splunk Enterprise download, which is 500 MB per day for 60 days. So just click on free, get my free trial. Now based on our system, and then we can have this Windows, because I'm using Kali Linux. So I'll just click on Linux, and here is the Debian one. So I just need to click this download now. So when I click on download now, that particular file is downloaded. .deb file is downloaded in the downloads folder. So because I have already downloaded, so I just click, if we click here, the file will get downloaded. Then we'll see how to install it.
After downloading the Splunk software, we need to install it. So we open up a terminal, and here first of all we will go into the directory of downloads to check the path. then list. So this is the Splunk which we have downloaded. I'll just copy this path. Now we'll install this. So the command is sudo tpkg, the Debian package, then -i, and then we'll just paste the copied path. Now we can enter it. Now password source for sudo is Kali. So now it will go on for the installation part. Now after installation I have cleared the screen. Then next is we type the command. We change the directory to cd opt opd, and then we can just list this to find what is inside this opt. So we have this Splunk and Microsoft. So we come to Splunk. Next we check what is present in this. So here we have the bin, as you can see, bin. So we change directory to bin. Now what we do is we now run this. We start this Splunk. So the command is sudo then /splun Splunk start. So it is Kali password. So just go on pressing the space bar for the next page. I'm just pressing the space bar. So we need to, do we agree with this license? We need to agree this, of course. I just press yes. So we need a administrator username. So I'll just type ismile77. It is asking for a new password. So I'll just enter the password. I'll just enter the password, confirm the password. So this password is confirmed. So it did not match. Actually I made a mistake. I'll just type it again. So now we are done. So once this is done, we can then log in. So now we can log in at this particular, we can open a browser we can open a browser and just enter this, and we can get the login. So let us do that. So now I will just copy this and then open up the browser and paste it here. So here we have the login page. I'll just enter the login information. ismile77 and the password. Now just sign in. Don't save. So here we are into the Splunk enterprise. So this is the page we have logged in. Okay. Now let us see what we can do next.
Now to see how the things work with Splunk, we need some data set. So I have created a data set, this Splunk underscore security dataset .csv. I'll show what is this, what is there in this particular data. So you can see it has some columns, timestamp, local source IP, destination IP, event type, protocol, event details. So here this is just a data set which is created that we were actually monitoring one system and it suffered some attacks from the various sources, and the destination IPs was also given. So this is just a a dummy set which I have created. I will share the link for this in the description of the video. You can download from the section. Okay, so this is the what we have. Now let us see what analysis we can do with this. So we come here. So in this particular bookmarks page, we have here add data. So I'll just click on add data. So it also gives us a option to get the data from the Splunk platform. As you can see, for cloud computing we have 10 data sources, for networking 2 data sources, and so on. We'll upload the data from our PC. So that file is on my desktop. So select file. So this is the file, Splunk _security dataset.csv. Just double click here. So the file is selected. So this is the thing works. So these are the steps. The first step is we have selected the source. Now we'll go to the next step. Select set source type. So this is of course .csv. So any type of data works with this. So this is the, you can see the columns, the time stamp, then the destination IP, and so on, all these things. Then we go to the next one, input settings, then review. Done. Okay, now after doing all the 5 steps, we go to this, we just click on search, start searching. So here we have this. So by default it will give this. Source is Splunk security dataset.csv, host is Kali, and source type is CSV, and this is our data. Okay. So these are the, it also gives the selected fields like, and then also the interesting fields. These are the various interesting fields. Now let us see what we can do more with this. So I'll just type, after this I just type this AND operator, and we can have just stats count by. So count by, we can just have event type. Okay, and just go for the search. So yeah, as you can see, the brute force events, the brute force, the count is 180. DDoS attack is 130. So these are the various security attacks which were there in the CSV field, and how many counts are there. We can directly get this data here. Okay, so this data analysis becomes very easy. So it may happen that what the CSV file we got it from maybe like IDS or any IPS. Then let us see some more thing. Security count, stats count by protocol. Okay, you got this protocol. So there are various protocols. So these are the HTTP protocol 240, SMTP protocol 304, SSH 252, and TCP is 204. So this is the various counts with respect to the protocols, by protocols. Similarly also we can search with respect to the IP. Okay, so here we can just source IP, which was there in our actually CSV, one of the fields of CSV. So here we have the source IP. Okay, so the count is 66 and the 6%. So this is what the source IP attacks, the attacks on this source IP. So we can do various analysis in this way. So this is how actually we use the Splunk. Okay, so that's all for this session. Thanks for watching.